This story is entitled, There's a Sound in My Walls That's Driving Me Crazy, written by Horror Writer 1717. You can find the original story in the description of this video. There it goes again. That sound. I've heard it every night for the last week, but I don't think I'm meant to hear it. I have terrible insomnia. I lie in bed and stare at the ceiling when I'm not forcing myself to close my eyes in the vain hope that sleep will be merciful and take me. It happens when I should be sound asleep. The early part of the morning, the territory of dreams and sudden trips to the bathroom. The first night I heard it, I thought I was dreaming. It's amazing, isn't it? How you just accept whatever is in your dream. The first night, I don't even get up to investigate. The second night, I listen a bit more closely. There it is. It's not a thump, not a bang, it's more like a scrape. But not a scrape like something being dragged, more like a prisoner slowly working at a cell wall, trying to get out. I hesitate. Then my curiosity overwhelms my fear and I lean close to the wall in my bedroom. The sound is not coming from there. I turn on the light and it stops. I turn the light back off, but the sound does not start again. Now I can't even track it down. I lay down in bed, waiting, and eventually fall asleep. The next night, I try again. In the early morning hours, it starts. It sounds different this time, like a fingernail very slowly being pulled down a chalkboard. I listen to my wall. It's not coming from there. I get up and slide on my slippers. I begin my search through a dark house. I dare not turn on a light or my search will end. I feel along the walls in darkness, so deep it permeates my bones. My fingertips brushing the wall is deafening in the soul-crushing silence. I cringe, wondering if my fingers will be so loud that the scraping stops. My fears prove unwarranted. The scrape continues. I follow, making my way through the darkness. I start down the stairs, stepping carefully to avoid a tumble. I hear the scrape, but it doesn't seem to be getting louder. Am I going the wrong direction? No, it's not getting quieter either. There's only one other explanation. It's moving. I reach the bottom of the stairs, turn toward the living room, and an ear-shattering klaxon reverberates through the room. A red light flashes in front of me. I run towards it, tripping over the couch and doing a spectacular somersault. I only wish someone would have seen it. That would have made the pain worth it. I pick myself up and make my way to the flashing light and deafening sound. "Hello?" I said, picking up the phone. Silence answered back. "Hello? Who is this?" I said, hearing breathing on the other end.
"Sorry, wrong number,"
says a gravely voice. I hang up and stare at the phone. An uneasy feeling begins to creep up the back of my neck, making my hair stand on end. I turn on the light, knowing that my hunt is over for the night. I get a glass of water, swallow a pill, and go back to bed. The next night, I am again waiting for my phantom sound to begin. When it finally does, I loom over at the clock. It reads 2:22 a.m. My quest begins much like the previous nights, but I am better prepared. I have a small flashlight with me that I keep covered, leaving just enough light for me to see my way. It makes my hand glow an eerie red. I chuckle to myself that it looks like a cartoon character that has burned its hand on a hot stove. I make my way down the steps, limping slightly from my encounter with the couch the previous night. I enter the living room and dare to let a little bit of light spill out through my fingers. I hear the light patter of rain on the window as I play the light around, looking for anything. Nothing presents itself. The scrape is moving again. It's heading toward the kitchen. I follow as quickly and quietly as possible. I shine a narrow beam around the kitchen, to no avail. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. There are no gleaming eyes staring at me, no heavy breathing of some unholy beast. Just nothing. The scraping stops. I know I'm close. I turn and look at the closed basement door. It stares blankly back at me as if silently daring me to open it and unleash the horrors within. I approach the door, arm outstretched. I reach out, turn the house is lit up like daylight and shakes to its very foundation. I scream and fall to the floor, waiting for the ultimate destruction that is upon me. I wait and wait. Nothing happens. As I uncover my eyes, another bolt of lightning strikes, but not as close as the first. I gather myself off the floor with as much dignity as I can muster. Then I take my pill and drag myself back to bed, knowing that the hunt is over. The next night, I strangely fall right to sleep. I have a strange dream. A presence comes into my room and hovers beside my bed. It reaches out and touches my shoulder. Instantly, I feel cold. I feel like I'm falling. My heart leaps up into my throat. It starts to pull me down. I reach out in desperation, clawing at anything I could keep from falling. I startle awake. I could swear I hear a slight chuckle. My sheets are drenched with sweat. At least I hope it's sweat. I turn on the lights and TV, trying to get my mind off my nightmare. I don't hear the scraping that night. I think it is quite obvious by now that this mystery sound has become an obsession. It's almost strong enough to overcome my fear. It keeps me searching night after night. Could I just ignore it? I could try. Could I just lock my bedroom door, leave the lights on, and take a pill? Absolutely. But that won't give me my answer. So I start this merry-go-round again. I try to take a nap, waiting. 2:22 a.m., the scrape begins. I take my light, plus a little extra insurance, and begin my search. It leads me to the kitchen again. I look around and my eyes fall on the basement door. I'm drawn to it. I can hear the scratching coming from the other side. I reach into my pocket, pull out a snub-nose 38, and reach for the door handle. The phone rings, shattering the quiet and sending my heart into palpitations. Hello?
So you like to play with guns, do you?
Comes the same raspy voice from the other night.
I've got a good game for you.
My hand begins to shake. 2 hours later.
Report number 5267, Bradley Cormier, Larson City Coroner reporting. Officer Tolly Wilson is my police escort.
He says in a small tape recorder.
Subject was a white male in his late 30s. Initial speculation, cause of death, self-inflicted gunshot wound.
No! I scream. Not self-inflicted. But they don't hear me. I watch as they zip a bag around my body and haul it away. I'm not dead! I shriek. Bradley, stop. Did you hear that? He says to the officer. Hear what? It sounded like something scratching.